Here is a video that was inspired by another video where someone took a board and laid it on the hillside. And even though I didn't watch the entire video, I watched enough of it to find out that the individual didn't figure out the total rise or the total run, and that would be the total height from the top of the lower level to the top of the upper level, and then the horizontal length in between these 2 points. However, it looked like the individual lucked out because the slope on the hillside must have been between 30 and 35 degrees, and definitely wouldn't have worked if we had a hillside like this one that was about 20 degrees. So this one here is 20 degrees with a 16-foot board, and this one here would be about 30 degrees, which would be ideal for a stairway. This one here is 45 degrees and would not be ideal for a stairway. Now, the reason why I'm providing you with these different views is to prove a point that you won't always be able to just lay a board up against the side of a hill and then lay out a stair stringer with whatever measurements you feel will create the best step, which is what it looked like this person did. And I believe they went with about a 7-inch riser height and an 11-inch tread depth, and that's what I did here. So here we have a board that was sitting on top of the hill with a 45-degree angle, and in order to make this work, we are going to have to remove this much dirt if you have this situation, and then we will need to make some modifications to the stringer. And since we have the bottom of the stringer sitting on top of the lower level, then we will go ahead and go to the upper level and draw a line across here that will represent that level. And then cut the stringer to make it fit. And you can see here where if the upper level was 2 or 3 inches higher, or the lower level was 2 or 3 inches lower, that this stairway wouldn't work. However, at the same time, keep in mind that we removed some of the soil to make this stairway work also. So we're not just laying a board on top of the hillside. And of course, if we had a situation where we had a walkway on the lower level and a walkway on the upper level, that we're probably not going to be able to make up any numbers we want to make this stairway fit in this particular area, which of course is the main point I'm trying to drive home in this video. And I realize that some of you are thinking, why don't you just set the stairway on top of the concrete pad below? Well, then you're going to end up with something like this. Again, a situation that won't work as well as if you figure out and calculate the total rise and run of the stairway. And of course, if I use this on the hillside with a 30-degree angle, it might not be necessary to remove any soil. However, again, you can see where we have a problem here. Because unlike the other problem we had before where the stairway was a little too tall, this one here isn't long enough to reach the walkway. However, if you do run into a situation like this, you could always pull the stairway over or extend the length of the upper walkway. And of course, in this situation here, that is what we did. However, you can see where we're going to need to remove some more soil and extend the lower walkway. However, we're still dealing with this problem here, or a lower riser that might not be the same height as the other risers in the stairway, creating a building code problem. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at what our prefabricated stair stringer would look like on a hillside with a 20-degree angle. And of course, the quick fix for something like this again would be to extend either the upper or lower walkway and either add or remove soil in that area. And of course, if you do need to extend the walkways, then there's a good chance you will be able to raise them up. For example, here we could have raised this end of the walkway up about a 1/2 inch, or if we needed to lower it, then that might work also. So enough of the trial and error stuff. This is what you're going to need to do. And I have plenty of videos on that at our website. And I will try to put a link in the video description box or comment area to those videos to provide you with a way to figure out the total overall rise and the overall run, so that you can build a stairway that is going to fit on the hillside without removing a lot of soil or making other unnecessary modifications. So the moral to this story is simple, and that's going to be that every once in a while you are going to luck out like the individual did in the video. However, if you need the bottom of the stairs to line up with point A at the lower level and point B at the upper level, then you're going to need to do the necessary calculations to make that work. And of course, I do have more information on that at our website and books that you should definitely check out on how to build a variety of different stairways.